Asante Ejapon of King Kokonasi Photography. And I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to 2021. I know I've been away for a long time since I last made my video. As you guys can see, I'm in a new space. I know it's not where I wanted to be just yet, but this will do for the time being until I'm able to move to a bigger space and then get a whole bigger studio for YouTube and for some photography as well. So I'm going to share in a separate video everything that I have gotten up to, new gear that I've got since the last time I put out a video. And I want to say a big thanks to everyone who has been following me. Some of you have been messaging me asking when I'm going to come back to making videos and sharing content. Guys, I'm back officially, so apologies for the long wait, but hey, I just needed some time to sort out a few things, and so thanks to all of you who have been reaching out to me. Enough of the introduction. So today I'm going to share with you why I think the Canon EOS RP is the best affordable mirrorless full-frame camera on the market. So stay tuned in the video, and I just might drop a bonus tip. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. So let's jump straight into the video. I know you guys want to know why I think that this camera right here is the best affordable mirrorless full-frame camera on the market. Well, yeah, period. I think it's the best, period. Well, I've had this camera for over a year. I got it in February of 2020, and we're in March now, 2021, so I've had it for just over a year. And you guys wouldn't believe it, but ever since I've got this camera, it has replaced my Canon 5D Mark III. First and foremost, I'm going to share with you the first reason why I got the camera is the sheer size. So I have with me my Canon 5D Mark III over here, my trusted and reliable partner over here. And as you guys can see, when you compare both of these cameras, this is very heavy as compared to this. Look at the size. This is quite heavy. Some of you who have tried a 5D Mark III before know that this is a quite heavy camera, and it weighs on you when you are shooting. Like for instance, I do weddings a lot and events, so sometimes you're shooting for 7-8 hours, sometimes 10 hours continuous, having a camera strapped around you, and it weighs down. Imagine you pair the 5D Mark III with a 24 to 70 or 70 to 200. It's a quite heavy and a hefty combination. But this camera right here is so small. It's lightweight. You guys can see this thing right here. I didn't have to buy it, but this doesn't really serve any purpose apart from helping you grip the camera, because it's a very small camera. So this is a grip that I got from Canon when I was purchasing the camera as well. I think I got it on Amazon. Yeah. So I'm gonna link everything below so you guys can go check it out. It's quite small, as you guys can see. So for you guys to know how small this camera actually is as compared to the 5D Mark III, I was going for my cousin's wedding, so I was going with my wife and two of my sisters. And as a photographer, definitely I was going to take pictures of my wife. So I took some pictures of my wife and my sister. So I took my camera with me, the Canon EOS RP, and I'm sharing with you this right here because I have two actually, one black and one brown one, and this is the one I had on me that day. So I'm going to share with you how this camera actually fits in the bag. That's it. And then I just put it under my armpit, and then you don't even know there's a camera with me. And that day I had this camera and the RF35. I'm going to share with you in a separate video that combination. It's actually a beast, so stay tuned for an upcoming video with the Canon EOS RP paired with the RF35 1.8 lens. So this was the combination. I had this in the bag in my purse and my car keys, and then that was it. Very lightweight. Let's try the same with this. See how bulky it won't even close. It won't even close. This actually this is a quite quite a big bag right here. So as you guys can see, this is a really big camera as compared to the RP. On to the second reason why I love this camera, the Canon EOS R. Value for money. This camera, from the time I was purchasing this camera back in 2012, it was under $1,000. So I got just the body and the adapter. Just the camera and then the adapter for, I think it was just under $1,000. Currently, that's the price on the market right now. It's just, I think, under $1,000 or over. I'm gonna link an Amazon. I'm gonna put the Amazon link onto the current price on the market right now. So for, let's say, $1,000, you can have this camera. And when I was purchasing my 5D Mark III, it was quite expensive. I got it for 13,000 Ghana cedi, brand new, and currently this in Ghana cedi is just over 5,000, less than 6,000 Ghana cedi. So imagine you in a market and then you want to get a full frame camera. Best bet is some people would tell you to get the 60, which currently the 60 is not even a great value for you. So I would recommend so much that you get this camera, because there's a lot to love about this camera because of it has a new sensor, it's a new camera, it's mirrorless. So you can't really go wrong with this camera right here. And then guys, I don't know whether you know the price of Sigma 85 1.4 lens, and a very hefty, big, huge, humongous lens that's really tack sharp. A lot of wedding photographers and portrait photographers love that lens. I really don't. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. It's too heavy. And then for the price, so for the price of that lens, you can buy this camera. Serious, guys, check it out. For the price of a Sigma 85 1.4 art lens, you can get a brand new Canon camera. And you guys know how Canon cameras are amazing. The colors and then the ease of use is just amazing. So, second reason why I love it. Connectivity. I'm coming from a 5D Mark III to the Canon EOS RP, and then trust me when I say the Canon EOS RP blows the Mark III out of the water in terms of connectivity. When I was using my Mark III, all I can do is when I shoot, take the memory card out, put it into a card reader, copy onto my laptop, or I could use the old USB, connect to the camera, connect to the laptop, then I can transfer my files. That is all you're limited to. That is all I could do in terms of data of transferring files from my camera onto my laptop. But with the Canon EOS RP, guys, this is the first time I've had so many options. So you can connect to your phone with a Canon app. That's amazing, by the way, with Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So I don't know whether you guys are following me on Instagram. If you're not, please go check me out on King Kokonasi Photography on Instagram. I recently, my very beautiful and capable wife, when I say that, she laughs so much. It was her birthday on 3rd March, and you know how women can be very complicated, guys. Don't tell I said that. I was planning on doing a shoot with her for the longest time. She was like, I'm tired, I don't have time, and this and this and that. I was like, nah, Charlie, how can my beautiful wife of a photographer, be celebrating her birthday and then she will have a shoot? So I got an outfit by African by Nana. I'm gonna shout out to African by Nana. He makes amazing African print gowns and ready to wear outfits. I got an outfit from him for my wife on Tuesday night, and on Wednesday, that was her birthday, on 3rd March, before she went to work, I went to take some pictures of her. And when I knew I had to send her the pictures to post because it was her birthday, but I forgot to pick my card reader for the camera. Yeah, I've switched to a Mac now, and 2018 MacBook Pro is an amazing laptop, but ports, Charlie, ports. When you leave your ports, you are I dropped it off at work. Now, I was organizing a surprise for her at our work, so I was going to pick cake for her from Cake Elements. Shout out to my boy Cake Elements. He's amazing. His cakes are really, really, really nice. Go check him out. So I got there picking the cake up, and I was like, okay, I have some time now before I head to her. Let me try and edit the pictures. I couldn't find my dongle. I always shoot in RAW on this camera, and I shoot in RAW and JPEG. That's what I've been doing ever since I got this camera. Yeah, one unfortunate thing about this camera, it has just one memory card slot as compared to the 5D Mark III. But that's going to be for a separate video. I shoot RAW and JPEG on this camera, so I knew that I could get the JPEGs, but because I couldn't edit the RAW. So what I did was I connected my phone to my camera, and I sent the JPEGs to my phone, my iPhone, and I sent the pictures from my phone to the MacBook through Drop, and then I edited in Lightroom. So the pictures you guys are seeing were full JPEGs edited in Lightroom, and see how sharp they are, like JPEGs, guys. Who would think that he would fully edit JPEGs in 2021? I certainly wouldn't have wanted to do that, but I did, thanks to the amazing quality of this camera. As you can see, it's quite good. And I always share with you my experience. I wouldn't say go and get this camera because a lot of people have reviewed it and they are saying it's good and that it does this, it doesn't do this, or I share with you just my experience, and I'm loving it so far. And if I even ask you if you think this camera, these pictures were JPEGs, I don't think you will notice. Yeah, so yeah, this camera is very, very capable. So on to the third reason why I love this camera so much is for its photo and video capabilities. As I said before, this camera is amazing for photography. It's really tack sharp. I did a shoot I think last year when I was in Togo. There's this event that they usually do that they invite me to go shoot at, and Omotola was the, shout out to Omotola. She's very beautiful, and she's photogenic. She's amazing behind the camera. Shout out to her. I got an opportunity to shoot her for that event, and I used this camera and the Tamron 85, and I didn't use any softbox. I just used my Godox V1 flash. Separate video coming up, guys, so stay tuned for that. It's an amazing flash, and that's all I used. And when I got home, I copied the pictures onto my laptop. Can you imagine? The pictures were like, because I shot RAW, the file size was like almost 50 megabytes. This camera is like 26.6 megabytes, I think. Like, the resolution was so crazy. It was huge. So meaning you could do a lot with retouching with just this. You might think this camera is small and everything, but the file sizes that it produces when shooting RAW is amazing. It's like, it blew my mind. I was like, wow. So you guys can see the picture. Like, it's quite amazing. And until I got this camera, I wasn't shooting video. So I would say I've started shooting like video from my camera. I used to shoot videos on my iPhone 8 Plus when I was using it. Shout out to my wife for getting me the 12 Pro Max. It's a very amazing camera. I'm going to share with you my thoughts and experience with it also in a separate video. So guys, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. If you're enjoying the video as at now, drop a thumbs up, because I have a lot of content coming up in subsequent videos. This camera is amazing for video, by the way. I shot a video from a wedding just with this camera, and the quality is amazing. So stay tuned for all of. I used to just shoot videos with my iPhone 8 Plus. So when I got this camera, I knew I could do video because of the screen right here. This tilt screen, this touch screen over here. Because there's some angles that I couldn't get with my 5D Mark III. I had to sit on the floor, lie down. Some angles were difficult to get. But with this camera, I don't have to do all those things anymore. You just have to flip the camera up like this, like any angle you want to. Difficult shots that I couldn't get back then when I was using my 5D Mark III, I could get with this camera. And it's very fun to use, seriously, because of as face tracking, guys. Like, this beats anything I have used. This camera's face detect and autofocus is amazing. The Canon did an amazing job with it. When I got it, there was a new update that came out, which I updated, and it's really good, guys. This camera is amazing in terms of video and pictures, because, you know, imagine you're using the Canon 5D Mark III for video. All you can do is manual focus, and then just turn your lens to focus. But this one, if you're using manual focus, it has focus peaking, so you can change an option where the subject will be red or blue. So when you turn the lens, when the subject is blue, it means it's in focus, or when it's red, it means it's in focus. That's focus peaking in its simplest form. I don't really do that because I have autofocus, and so when I'm shooting video, you're looking at the subject, you are seeing where it's in focus and where it's not, and you can see how sharp it is just by looking behind the screen. It's amazing. I'm going to share with you some of the videos I've shot with this camera, and some people actually think I shoot video. I didn't used to shoot video at all, but until last year, because of this camera right here. And I must say I'm actually doing a pretty good job. So our cameras have gotten so good now, so I don't think there's reason for you to sell yourself short and get, let's say, because you want DS, you're scared to switch to the mirrorless system, you still shoot with a DSLR like the 5D Mark III or Mark II. Those are good cameras, but we are in an age where if you can get things done easily, do it. One of my bosses who I used to work with said, work smarter, don't work hard. Food for thought. If you've come this far in this video, well, you deserve something. As I mentioned earlier on, I'm going to share with you a bonus tip by the end of this video. There's a lot to talk about this camera, but I'm going to do a separate video, like a part 2 to some of the reasons why I love the RP, and then probably some of the things that I don't like about this camera. Of course, it's not perfect. No, there's nothing really perfect under the face of the sun. Yeah, so I'm going to make a separate video all about that. So on to the bonus tip. You guys might ask, is the battery really good because it's a mirrorless and you're using the flip screen all the time? Well, the answer is no. As compared to the 5D Mark III, which I can actually shoot a whole wedding with, let's say, traditional marriage that lasts, let's say, 5-6 hours on one battery. But with this, no, I can't do that. So upon watching reviews, the pros and cons about this camera, I realized that the battery isn't great, because they switched to a smaller battery as compared to their 5D Mark III battery, which is quite huge. I don't know if you can see this. If you compare both batteries, see the size. This is way bigger than this. This is way bigger than this. So this I can't get through a whole event with one battery. Let's say 300 shots. I could get like 300 shots with one battery. So I had to purchase an extra battery, and then the Canon batteries were quite pricey. So I was on the market on Amazon, and I found these batteries by OA Proda. These are third-party batteries that I got on Amazon, and I've used it for over a year since I got it. Because I bought everything together, and they are amazing. And then the reason why I love this system, even though the 5D Mark III battery is bigger and has a larger capacity, is that now I have 3 batteries. The original battery that came with the camera, and then 2 extra batteries, third party, that comes with the charging case and everything. That I would prefer this to the Canon 5D Mark III, because although I had, let's say, 3 or 4 batteries with the Canon 5D Mark III, if I want to charge a battery, I need to find a power source, plug it in, and try and keep my eye on it. But with this, all I need is a power bank. I plug this in as well, and as you can see, it's charging. I know a lot of people people used to call me, message me, DM me, and ask about my RP. Is it that good? Is it worth it? How has been my experience? In conclusion to this video, any of you out there who have been watching reviews about the EOS RP, because first of all, when it came out, people said it wasn't good. A lot of people said it wasn't good at all. But I don't know what the kind of reviews that you watched, but the reviews that I watched, I heard some good stuff, and I was like, okay, let me just try it out and see if it works for me. So one thing that you should take away from this video is anything that you want to purchase online, anything at all. If you have somebody who has used it before, or it's in a shop, go check it out for yourself. Try it, use it, and see if it's good for it works for you. Because something that would work for me might not work for you. It varies, but basically that's what I think. And then I tried it out, and I realized that all those reviews that people used to say how terrible this camera is, I love this camera, guys. People who know me, who have known that I've been shooting this camera since February, know how much I love this camera. I talk about it all the time. It has a lot going for it, and it's worked for me 100%. I love the camera so much. So if you're on the fence on the Canon EOS RP, I hope this video helped you get off the fence. If you're on the market for a new camera in 2021, I hope this video helps you in your search for a camera that is very capable. So as I said, second version of this video is going to come out. I have more reasons to share about this video, have lots to talk about with this camera. So I'm going to actually do like a whole series about the Canon EOS RP, so stay tuned for all of that. Thank you guys for sticking with me. I know this video has been long, but it's been a video that has been weighing on me that I really had to do because of you guys. Questions kept coming about me talking about this camera and asking whether you should get it or not. So this video is for all of you who have been asking about the Canon EOS RP. So until I come your way again in the next video, I'm going to leave you with this. Today's moments are tomorrow's memories. So let's go out there and create and capture all those amazing memories. See you in the next one. And I say out.